Let's talk about the defense because that's where we're headed next, guys. It's brought to us by FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And right now, new customers on FanDuel can bet just $5. And if that bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So if you're ready to play, download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet. Bull, you and I, during our post-game shows yesterday, got some people mad when we said we didn't think the Browns' defense played well enough. We didn't say they played terrible.
Yeah.
But we didn't think they played well enough against the Carson Wentz-led offense that had 3 drives of at least 70 yards, resulting in a touchdown on the day. I'm just curious, and I'm going to ask it in a way that you can take it however you want. I'm not saying the defense is to blame for the loss, but do they get any bit of blame for allowing a Carson Wentz game-winning touchdown in that final 3-minute stretch?
100%.
Sure, they get blamed.
Yes, your second best player blew the coverage on that touchdown.
Yeah.
Your best corner, one of the best players in the modern history of this franchise on defense, and he blew that play. It was a great throw by Wentz. I give Wentz credit. He made a perfectly, throw right over his head. But where are you on that play, Denzel? There's nobody else there. I don't know what happened to him. But yes, the offense was playing not to lose kind of at the end of the game.
See, I disagree with that, but go ahead.
Because they threw the ball on that.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
If you're playing not to lose, you run it.
You're right. It was more they were just not succeeding.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. You're right. But this defense is great, right? Well, the offense didn't do a ton, but with a rookie quarterback in his first NFL start, a makeshift offensive line and issues at wide receiver, they did kind of enough that with this defense, 17 should have been good enough to win with this defense. It's unfair, but it should have been good enough, and they couldn't make it hold up.
Well, I would say if this was a Minnesota team at full strength, I would say that you're going to have to score more than 21 points. But they're missing 60% of their starting offensive line.
Right.
Their running back is out.
Yep.
Their quarterback is old and hurt.
And by the way,
so it should have been enough.
Yeah. By the way, they tore you up in that first quarter too, prior to the fumble.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
they did.
They got bailed. Not bailed out. Great play by Alex Wright to knock the ball out.
Alex Wright played a good game.
But if I told any fan, any of you up here, hey, the Browns are going to have the lead with 3 minutes to go, all they have to do is get one stop on Minnesota to win the game.
Get it done.
You'll take it every time.
Yeah,
right? They didn't get it done.
I don't know if I was to split the pie, Stefanski gets a large chunk. The offense gets a large chunk. The defense gets a large chunk. If you want to go 33, 33, 33, that's fine with me. But I don't know how anybody, and sometimes that's just fans of teams get blinded by, how dare you say something bad about Myles Garrett?
Yeah, right.
Well, look, we're family, and family can do that. And I love this team, but when they suck, you got to say they suck. And the defense didn't suck yesterday.
No.
They were just okay.
They were very good until you had to have them.
Yeah.
And that's when and when are games won in the NFL?
It's the same thing with the running game. Quinshawn had a great game.
I know. It went away.
He was great until you had to have him. And then stop for a loss on first down, stop for no gain on second down.
Do you think that was partly because they knew what we were going to do? And that's half of the battle in the NFL.
Line got blown up on
Destroyed. No push whatsoever.
Teams all the time at end of games know you're going to run the ball, and they still are able to convert.
So let me give you this.
I love mixing it up. Play fake and throw on first down. You're going to throw once anyhow. Third down.
This goes back. Let's get back to the specifics and how we talk about this, right? So, the game plan this week, right? Vikings coaching staff, masterful. They pulled out what we've seen for a very long time with Jim Schwartz defense. When you're dealing with an aggressive defense that is out there running upfield like rabid dogs, what do? You make sure that they got to cover multiple things. What did they do? They gave you screens. They gave you jet sweeps. They gave you all kind of different things where now the defensive lineman is out getting out leveraged. They hit him with gashes. They hit him with trick plays early in the game. They took a halfback. See, this is what happens. You know you ain't got the horses, but what do you got to do? The coach has to say, I got to get one. I need to be responsible because you didn't expect it. I'm going to give you that. They got the one touchdown from the halfback pass, caught him slipping, right? That was enough. He said, I gave you 7. Now I'm going to need Justin Jefferson and somebody to make me a play. I got a baller out there. Give me a touchdown. So what they did is they made sure the Cleveland Browns in the first 3 quarters, we going to run y'all sideline to sideline. We're going to run you. You may stop us in the backfield a few times because y'all good. But what we're going to do is we're going to make you judge and we're going to make you respect what we're doing all over the field. And that stops you for just a couple of seconds. We talk about Myles Garrett in half a second. If you can get a half a second more time in the fourth quarter, because now they're gassed. Look at them. Take the picture.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns had 4 drives. Mason Graham is on the knee. Myles Garrett is on the knee. They go 3 and out. Boom. They right back on the field. Now, we done ran you all day. You got to respect certain things. And now guess what? Now it's the last drive and you need to pull something up. And guess what? We got Justin Jefferson. We got Addison. We need to make a play. Now, granted, I'm not going to absolve them in anything, but when we talk about complementary football, we got to look at the game plan coming into it and say who executed the game plan better. Minnesota had a better attack. They said we can't guard these dudes one-on-one up front. So in the first 3 quarters, we got to establish something. If we can slow Myles Garrett down a few steps, get a little playing time, get a little more time to run our stuff and give ourselves a chance to win and make a play, that's what happened. So, needless to say, this has always been on film about Jim Schwartz defenses. The jet sweeps always kill them. The motions, the draws, all that other stuff, you got to get them to think other places, right? And at the very inopportune time, when you are tired, what happens? They say fatigue makes cowards out of everybody. Fatigue will have you looking crazy, and your best player running down the field got tired and had a blown assignment at the most inopportune time, touchdown.
They'd only been on the field 26 minutes. They did have the 3 and out, but the Vikings used 2 timeouts. I don't think you can use tired as an excuse. They were only on the field 26 minutes prior to that last game-winning drive. That's not a ton.
But they were. They were tired, some of the players.
They shouldn't have been.
They shouldn't be.
26 minutes is not a lot to be out there.
But what you also got to remember this. Leverage plays is different from regular plays. When you got highly leveraged plays where it's like, oh, this counts, yeah, you're going to get tired. That's the part of it. Now, here's the thing. Can you get tired and make a missed assignment? No. I'm not giving Denzel Ward no credit for that. You got to get it done. But when you are asking your defense every single week, it's a mental aspect to it. That you McNuggets, I gotta make a play. We only getting 17 points. We only getting 13. That means in your mind you lining up every single play saying this is life or death. This is life or death here.
Well, the dam breaks against Detroit and Baltimore when you keep turning the ball over and you're giving them short.
No, I mean in the macro, like in the season.
But I'm saying like that's how the dam breaks. When you're turning the ball over, when they have short fields, Detroit needed 41 yards to get 24 points. That's when the dam breaks. This is not an excuse for that. They had the ball at the 20-yard line. They didn't even need to use their timeout. They went up 50 yards in a minute and a half, and they scored without even – everyone makes a big deal about the Browns only took 11 seconds off the clock. Bro, the Vikings went down the field and never even used that timeout and scored on you.
And those 11
seconds,
have that. They used 2 timeouts, so it's not a real 11 seconds.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They used 2 timeouts in the middle of that. So, yeah, it was a 3 and out, but they still had 2 timeout stoppages as well.
At what point as a defender you say this? I'm doing my job.
Of course.
You can't give us 20?
That's fair.
Because what starts to happen is, as a defender, you start to say, you know what, you telling us we all got to pull our part, right? We all got to do our part. And it's so difficult in a league that we talk about up here every day that the league begs you to get 20. They give you every opportunity on offense for the advantage. They're begging you to get more points, right? We go over it all the time. At some point in time, you got to say, listen, we can't win this way. We can't win trying to play 85 Bears a game. We just can't do that. We got to score the points and hope our defense can be above average and get these guys off the field. But in the AFC, if you think that you're going to win and you ain't getting over 20 points, you're dead.
The offense, I've said this before, the offense was dreadful last year. It was horrible last year. What did the Browns do? They spent their top 2 draft picks on defensive players, and their big free agent signing was a 40-year-old quarterback.
That's crazy.
What did you think was going to change?
That was really good in the AFC right now, by the way. There's not that many.
Yeah, well, look at our division.
Everybody stinks.
The Ravens shocked me.
My God, they shocked me too. Now, granted, it goes to show you why they paid Lamar what they paid him.
Yeah.
Because they're a great quarterback.
Cow.
Look at how –
they are terrible without him.
All you need to know about the quarterbacks is look at what the Bengals and Ravens have looked like without Burrow and Lamar.
And
They look like garbage teams.
And that's the Browns
Yeah,
every week.
but
That's the
that's it.
Browns every week.
But also, like, those guys don't play defense. Like,
right, but
Lamar Jackson's not out there when the Ravens are giving up 44.
I know that, Jay, but like G's saying, well, the defense can't do it all, so eventually the offense can't do it all.
Well, I didn't see the Bengals game. Were those last couple
I didn't
touchdowns?
watch a minute of it.
Oh, okay.
It was garbage.
It
touchdown.
felt like it was garbage because I was watching it on my phone. The
Detroit
score,
took their foot off the
and I'm
gas.
like,
It was
Detroit must have
garbage touchdowns.
everybody out of the game because they scored 2 touchdowns
sorry,
late.
I forgot. The Browns did sign Tevin Jenkins, who never plays. That was their big free agent signing.
Yeah,
on offense.
you're right.
One last
Tevin
thing.
Jenkins and Joe Flacco were the big offensive additions.
Go ahead, Mike.
One last
Hit
thing on the
and
defense,
hit.
then we can move on. But we
No,
have
I
had
just-
discussions throughout the first month about how the Browns defense has been incredible, right? Like we've talked about this being an elite unit. We talked heading into the game, 3 backup offensive linemen from Minnesota. Stefanski decided he trusted his defense against the Carson Wentz offense
Yeah, they
with
didn't get
3
it
minutes
done.
to go, and it
Yeah.
did not work. And at the end of the day, we're talking about this defense as an elite caliber defense. I
It's
would
not
expect them to
elite.
get a
It's
stop
very
against
good.
a
There's
Carson
no
Wentz
elite
led offense.
defense in the league. in
It's
my
a
opinion.
very good defense that's going to keep them in games
That's
and
right.
give them a chance to win games
Which they
at
have.
the end.
Yeah.